My family didn't just hate him because he was poor. They were hiding a 50-year-old secret that would change everything we thought we knew. I lived in a big house in Connecticut. The house belonged to my family. The Sterling family was very rich. Everyone knew our name. My days were all the same. I wore silk dresses every day. I went to tea parties. I talked to other rich women. We talked about money and houses and jewelry. The conversations were empty. Nobody really listened. I felt lonely. I felt invisible. My own parents did not see me. They saw only a daughter who must marry a rich man, a daughter who must smile and obey. The house was beautiful, but I could not breathe there. One day, a new man came to work. His name was Gabriel. He was 38 years old. He worked in our library. He organized our old books and papers. Gabriel was poor. I could see this. His suit was old, but it was clean. His hands were rough. They looked like workers' hands. His eyes were warm and kind. I liked to read, so I went to the library often. Gabriel was always there. He worked quietly. He loved the books. One day, I asked him a question. "Do you like this book?" He looked at me. He smiled a little. "Yes," he said. "It is beautiful." We did not talk much after that, but something changed. I came to the library every day. He found books for me, books he thought I would like. He was always right. I brought him coffee. Black coffee with no sugar. He never asked for it, but I knew he needed it. We did not say much, but we understood each other. We were both lonely. We were both trapped. Him by poverty, me by gold. Days passed. Then, weeks. I started to feel something warm and real. I looked at Gabriel differently. He looked at me differently too. One day, our hands touched, just for a second. I felt electricity. I felt alive. I loved him. I knew this. He loved me too. I could see it in his eyes. But my mother found out. I do not know how. Maybe a servant told her. She was very angry. She screamed at me. "He is trash," she said. "You will regret this." My father was cold. He said nothing, but his eyes were hard. They locked me in my room. They took my phone away. They said they would destroy him. I cried for days, but not because I was sad about Gabriel. I cried because I was angry. Angry at my cage, angry at my life. One night, there was a storm. Rain hit the windows hard. Thunder shook the walls. I looked at my room. I looked at my jewelry. I looked at my silk dresses. I realized something. My soul was dying. I was dying inside this house. I made a choice, a big choice. I took a small bag. I put some clothes inside. I left my jewelry on the table. I left my phone. I left everything. I ran. I ran through the dark streets. I ran to Gabriel's apartment. His apartment was small and shabby. It was in a poor part of town. I knocked on his door. My heart beat fast. Rain covered my face and my clothes. Gabriel opened the door. He saw me. He did not ask why. He did not say anything for a moment. Then he said just 2 words, "Come in." I walked inside. He closed the door behind me. I chose him. I chose life. I chose freedom. The storm raged outside, but inside, I felt warm. I felt safe. For the first time in my life, I felt real. Gabriel's apartment was very different from my old home. It was a basement apartment. The walls were damp. The ceiling was low. Cold air came through the windows, but it was ours. I learned new things every day. I learned to cook. I burned the rice at first. I cut my finger with a knife. But I got better. I learned to wash clothes by hand. My hands hurt from the cold water. I hung the wet clothes on a rope. I learned to take the bus. I learned to count my coins. Everything was hard, but everything felt real. Then my family struck back. They locked my credit cards. I could not use them anymore. The cards were just plastic now. They did something worse, too. They got Gabriel fired from his job. They used their power and their name. No library would hire him now. We had no money. We ate canned soup every day. We ate stale bread. Sometimes we ate nothing. Gabriel found small jobs. He carried boxes. He cleaned buildings. But it was not enough. I found a job too. I washed dishes at a small restaurant. The work was hard. My hands became red and rough. My back hurt every night, but I did not complain. This was my choice. This was my life. Something strange happened. I felt happy. I felt free. It was cheap paint, but it was bright and cheerful. I painted the walls myself. Gabriel helped me. We got paint on our clothes. We got paint on our faces. We laughed. The apartment looked better. It looked like home. Gabriel found old wood on the street. People threw it away. He took it home. He worked on it every evening. He built a bookshelf for me. It was not perfect. It was rough and simple, but he made it with his hands. He made it for me. I cried when I saw it. Happy tears. Thank you, I said. He smiled. You need books, he said. Every evening, Gabriel combed my hair. My hair was not shiny anymore. It was dry from cheap shampoo, but he combed it gently. He was always gentle. One night, he looked sad. He touched my rough hands. I am sorry, he said. You suffer because of me. I pulled my hands away. I looked at him. No, I said. This is not suffering. This is living. He shook his head. You had everything. Now you have nothing. I had nothing before, I said. I had silk dresses and empty rooms. I had jewelry and no love. Now I have you. Now I have life. But your hands, he said, they are rough now. You work so hard. My hands are strong now, I said. They can do real things. They can create. They can build. Before, they just held teacups. We had one old mattress. It was thin and worn. The springs poked through sometimes. We had one old blanket, but when we lay down together, it felt warm. It felt warmer than my silk sheets ever did. I listened to Gabriel breathe. I felt his heart beat. I felt his arms around me. Outside, the world was cold and hard. My family hated me. We had no money. We had no future. But inside, In that small, damp room, I had everything. I closed my eyes. I smiled in the dark. "Are you happy?" Gabriel asked quietly. "Yes," I said. "Are you?" "Yes," he said. And we were. We really were. Gabriel watched me every day. He watched me struggle. He saw everything. One night, I fell asleep at the dinner table. I was too tired to eat. My head dropped down. My eyes closed. Gabriel woke me up gently. His face looked sad. His eyes looked broken. I saw something change in him. He smiled less. He talked less. He looked at me with pain. He thought he ruined my life. He thought he was a failure. "I am fine," I told him. "I am happy." But he did not believe me. Then Gabriel changed everything. He took more jobs. He worked 3 jobs now. He worked construction during the day. He lifted heavy things. He worked in the sun and rain. He delivered food at night. He rode a bike through dark streets. He carried bags up many stairs. He cleaned offices after midnight. He mopped floors. He emptied trash cans. He came home at 2 in the morning, sometimes later. He was so tired. He could barely walk. He stopped laughing. He stopped smiling. He just worked and slept. Nothing else. "You work too much," I said. "You need rest. We need money," he said. His voice was hard. I tried to touch him. He pulled away. Something bad was happening. A wall grew between us. I could feel it. I could not break it. Gabriel started to say cruel things. Things that hurt me. "You should go home," he said one day. "You do not belong here." "This is my home," I said. "You are my home." "No," he said. "Your home is the mansion, with silk and gold. Not here, not with me." "Stop," I said. "You are wrong." But he kept talking. "Look at you. You are tired all the time. You are thin. Your hands are damaged. This life is killing you." "I chose this life," I said. "You made a mistake," he said. His voice was cold. I cried that night, but I did not leave. I would never leave. Then my birthday came. I forgot about it. But Gabriel remembered. He came home early. He held a small box. Inside was a tiny cake. It was the cheapest cake from the store. He put 1 candle on it. He lit the candle. "Happy birthday," he said quietly. I smiled. "Thank you." I blew out the candle. I cut the cake. I gave him half. But Gabriel did not eat. He just stared at the cake. Then he started to cry. Big tears rolled down his face. His body shook. He put his head in his hands. "I am sorry," he said. "I am so sorry." I did not understand. "Why are you sorry?" "This cake," he said. "This tiny, cheap cake. This is all I can give you. On your birthday." "I like it," I said. "No," he said. "You deserve diamonds. You deserve parties and flowers and joy. But I give you this. I give you nothing." He cried harder. "I stole your life," he said. "I took everything from you. You had the world. Now you have only this." Very angry. I stood up. I looked down at him. "Stop," I said. Stop talking like that. It is true, he said. No, I said. My voice was strong. I am not an object you stole. I am not a thing. I am a woman. I am a woman who chose you. Gabriel looked up at me. His face was wet with tears. Nobody forced me. Nobody tricked me. I walked through that storm. I knocked on your door. I chose you. The room was silent. Only our breathing made sound. Gabriel still looked broken. He loved me. I knew this, but guilt ate him from inside. Guilt was destroying him. I sat down next to him. I took his hand. I know what I lost, I said. I know what I left behind, and I am happy. Can you believe that? He said nothing. He just held my hand tight. We sat in silence. The guilt was still there, between us, around us, heavy and dark. Winter came. The apartment was very cold. The heater was broken. We had no money to fix it. I wore all my clothes at once. I wore 2 sweaters. I wore socks to bed, but I was still cold. Then I got sick, very sick. It started with a cough. Then a fever came. My body burned. My chest hurt. I could not breathe well. Gabriel was scared. He bought cheap medicine from the store, but it did not help. I got worse. The fever went higher. I shook from cold, but my skin was hot. Gabriel wanted to take me to the hospital, but we had no money. The hospital cost too much. He stayed home from work. He put cold cloths on my head. He held my hand. He prayed. I do not remember much. Everything was dark and hot. I heard Gabriel's voice, but I could not answer. One day, I heard another voice, a woman's voice. I knew that voice. My mother. I could hear them through the door. Look at her, my mother said. You are killing her. I know, Gabriel said. His voice broke. Let her come back, my mother said. I will take her to good doctors. I will give her good medicine. She will live. And me? Gabriel asked. You disappear, my mother said. You leave her alone. You forget her. That is the price. Gabriel said nothing. She is dying, my mother said. Do you want her to die? No, Gabriel said. Then let her go, my mother said. I wanted to stand up. I wanted to scream no, but my body was too weak. The door closed. My mother was gone. Gabriel came back inside. He moved around the room. I heard him open drawers. I heard him pack things. He was packing my clothes. He was packing my bag. Fear gave me strength. I opened my eyes. I sat up. What are you doing? I asked. My voice was very weak. Gabriel jumped. He turned around. His face was red from crying. You are awake, he said. What are you doing? I asked again. I am packing your things, he said. Why? I asked, but I knew why. Gabriel came to the bed. He sat down. He took my hand. I love you, he said, so I have to let you go. I cannot save you, but your mother can. She has money. She has doctors. No, I said again. Please, Gabriel said. Please go. Live. Be healthy. Forget about me. I felt anger, strong anger. The anger made me strong. Sending me back there is not saving me, I said. It is killing my soul. But your body will live, Gabriel said. I do not want to live without my soul, I said. Gabriel cried. Please, he said. I cannot watch you die. I saw medicine on the table. My mother left it there. Good medicine. Expensive medicine. I stood up. My legs shook. I walked to the table. I picked up the medicine. Gabriel watched me. Take it, he said. Please take it. I opened the window. I threw the medicine out. It fell to the street below. Gabriel gasped. Why? He asked. I turned to him. I looked in his eyes. We survive together, I said. Or we die together. There is no third choice. Eleanor, he said. I will not go back, I said. You cannot make me. I chose you. I still choose you. I walked to him. I fell into his arms. My body was weak, but my heart was strong. Gabriel held me tight. He broke down. He cried like a child. I am sorry, he said. I am so sorry. Stop being sorry, I said. Just hold me. Just love me. We cried together. We held each other. We did not let go. Outside, I heard a car drive away. My mother left. She left angry. She left defeated. But we stayed. Together, we would survive together. Or we would not survive. But we would do it together. That was everything. That was all we needed. I got better slowly. The fever went down. My strength came back. Gabriel found a better job. We ate better food. One day, a man knocked on our door. He was old. He wore a black suit. He carried a brown box. I am looking for Gabriel Torres, he said. I am Gabriel Torres, Gabriel said. I am a lawyer, the man said. I worked for your father many years ago. I found something important. He gave Gabriel the box. Then he left. Gabriel opened the box. I looked inside with him. There was no money, only old papers, diaries, letters, birth certificates. What is this? I asked. Gabriel picked up a diary. He read it. His face changed. He looked shocked. What is wrong? I asked. He gave me a letter. Read this, he said. I read the letter. It was very old. The paper was yellow. The writing was hard to read, but I understood it, and my blood went cold. The letter told a story. A story from 50 years ago. There was a fire, a big fire at a mansion. 2 men were there. One man was rich. He owned many businesses. His name was Henry Torres. The other man was poor. He was a driver and a gardener. His name was James Sterling. The fire killed Henry Torres, but James Sterling lived. James Sterling did something terrible. He took Henry's papers. He took Henry's identity. He became Henry Torres. He took the businesses. He took the money. He took everything. He sent Henry's real son to an orphanage. A baby boy. Nobody knew the truth. James Sterling became rich. He became the Sterling family, my family, and that baby boy grew up poor. He had a son. That son was Gabriel's father. I looked at Gabriel. He looked at me. Your grandfather stole everything from my grandfather, Gabriel said quietly. Yes, I said. My voice shook. The Sterling family is a lie, Gabriel said. Your noble blood is fake. Yes, I said again. Gabriel picked up the birth certificates. I am the real heir, he said. The businesses belong to me. The mansion belongs to me. Everything. I felt sick. Everything I knew was a lie. That is why they hated me, Gabriel said. They knew, or they guessed. They thought I came to take it back. They thought I knew the secret. Did you know? I asked. No, Gabriel said. I knew nothing. I just loved you. I understood everything now. My family's fear, my mother's anger, the violence of their opposition. They were not protecting me. They were protecting their lie. I felt empty inside. My whole life was built on theft, on fraud. I am sorry, I said to Gabriel. Why? He asked. My family stole your life, I said. They stole everything from you. Gabriel was quiet. He held the papers. He could take it all back. He could claim everything. The mansion, the businesses, the money, the name. He could send my family to prison. They were criminals. They were thieves. You can take it all back, I said. It is yours. It always was yours. Gabriel looked at the papers. Then he looked at me. Do you want me to? He asked. I thought about my parents, about their cold house, about their empty lives, about their fear and their lies. I do not know, I said honestly. Gabriel put the papers down. He took my hands. These papers do not change anything, he said. They change everything, I said. No, he said. I still love you. You still love me. That does not change. Tears filled my eyes. But I am not who I thought I was, I said. I am the daughter of thieves. You are Eleanor, Gabriel said. You are the woman who chose love. That is who you are. We sat in silence. The papers sat on the table. They held so much power, so much truth. Gabriel picked them up again. He looked at them. What will you do? I asked. I do not know yet, he said. Gabriel and I went to the Sterling mansion. We brought the papers with us. My mother opened the door. She saw Gabriel. She saw the file in his hand. Her face went white. What do you want? She asked. Her voice shook. We need to talk, Gabriel said. My father came to the door. He saw the papers. He knew what they were. We walked inside. The house looked the same, big and cold and empty. We sat in the living room. My parents sat across from us. They looked old suddenly. They looked scared. Gabriel put the papers on the table. You know what these are, Gabriel said. My father said nothing. My mother started to cry. You stole everything, Gabriel said. Your grandfather stole my grandfather's life. He stole my family's future. Please, my mother said. Please do not destroy us. I looked at my parents. I felt something strange. Not hatred. Not anger. Just sadness. Gabriel stood up. He picked up the papers. My parents watched him. They waited for their end. But Gabriel did something different. He walked to the fireplace. There was no fire, but there were matches. He struck a match. He held it to the papers. "What are you doing?" my father asked. Gabriel watched the papers burn. The flames ate the words. The truth turned to ash. "I do not need this name," Gabriel said. "I do not need this house. It brings no happiness." He dropped the burning papers. He stepped on them. The fire died. He looked at my parents. "I already have the greatest treasure of this family," he said. "Her." He pointed at me. My mother fell to her knees. She cried. My father just stared. He looked broken. Gabriel took my hand. "Let's go," he said. I looked back at my parents. They looked small and sad. I felt pity for them, not hatred, just pity. They lived in this big house, but they had nothing real, nothing true. I was free, finally free. 1 year later, our life was different. We were not rich. We still lived simply. But Gabriel opened a small shop. He fixed old books. He made new covers for them. People came from far away. They loved his work. I opened a shop too. I baked every morning. The bread smelled good. People smiled when they came in. We worked hard, but we were happy. One evening, we sat on our small porch. We drank tea. The sun went down. The sky turned orange and pink. "Are you happy?" Gabriel asked me. "Yes," I said. "Are you?" "Yes," he said. He took my hand. I looked at his face. I saw peace there. People talked about me sometimes. They said I gave up a kingdom for him. They said I was foolish. They were wrong. They did not understand. I did not give up a kingdom. I found my kingdom. I found it in Gabriel's eyes, in his smile, in his hands. We chose each other. Nobody forced us. Nobody tricked us. We chose this life. We chose this love. And that was everything. That was all we needed. The tea was warm. The evening was quiet. Gabriel held my hand. This was my kingdom. This was my home. We chose each other. That is everything. This story may be over, but your English can grow a little more every day. If this video helped you, please support me by pressing like. That one click sends this story to more learners who might need it. Share it with someone you want to comfort or encourage. And please subscribe to Kaviko English Storytime so you can join our quiet reading corner on YouTube. Turn on the bell, sit down with a cup of tea, and meet me again in the next story. Thank you for staying until the end.